Warning. The following video contains outdated footage of Ben and Tim wearing clothes and hairstyles that are no longer in fashion. These images may be disturbing to some viewers. Oh, and there's ghosts. My name is Ben Ring, and ever since I was young, I've been surrounded by spirits of the dead. Whether spirits in my childhood home or local legends, they have always been a part of my life. I've made it my job to put myth to rest and to prove that ghosts do exist. I've assembled a team of the most skilled professionals in the field. Join us as we search the most haunted locations in the world in search of proof. It's time for People versus Paranormal. What we have tonight is kind of a cool thing. It's kind of like a flashback episode, if you will. We were here 5 years ago. That's when we met this guy right here. Biggest mistake ever. But we're here to revisit 3 locations. First is the Hearse house. Inside here is the town's original hearse. And when I say original, this thing was drawn by a horse. In July of 2012, the original town hearse was moved by the local fire department from the old town hall to its final resting location. Let's check it out. This thing is a beauty. Yeah, you could smell horse. Oh, there's a coffin in there now. Look at that. That wasn't here last time. All the ostrich plumes are still here. These used to all be in the hearse. But back in the day when they would showcase the body of who was being buried, it's kind of a strange tradition if you think about it. Just imagine this rolling down the street with one of your loved ones in it.
Yeah, and it would stop at every stop. Like, people would stand on the sidewalk and pay their respects, and this is how it was done. That's why they have the viewing windows on the side.
Location number 2 is the crypt underneath cemetery number 3.
There you go. This is the crypt.
And look at the spider webs. This is where the bodies get stored.
This is where all the bodies. There's spider webs in here, guys.
Yeah.
So, you know, but yeah, this is actually pretty cool. This is actually one of the...
That's where they'll put the bodies when the ground is too hard. And they store them here for the winter. When it thaws out, they take them out and bury them.
Yep.
So the last time we were here, Tim and Davis actually got some good evidence with the flashlight here. We had some good spikes on the EMF detectors, the K2s. So hopefully we'll catch some more of what we saw before. So here we are. This is the Wales Town Hall, built in 1802. We got a special guest who's going to talk a little about it. David Worth, he's the town historian. He's going to tell us its history a little bit. But this is our first time hanging out with Timbo here.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a fun night.
It should be fun. Yeah, the first time I was out here was actually when, what was it, 6 years ago?
5 years ago.
5 years ago when I first started with PvP. So I'm excited now. We've come a long way.
Yep.
Now we have the equipment and the group of people to actually do a great episode.
Yep.
So we're looking forward to it.
Hey, so I'm actually stepping out of the investigation tonight because I got some great things in the work for PvP, so I have to fly back to my home, back in Middletown, but I'm really looking forward to it, and you guys will definitely like what is coming.
Okay.
Makes us sad, but we understand.
Okay, thank you.
We'll save some ghosts for you.
Yes, I hope so.
5 years ago, we originally met David Worth. David is the town historian of Wales.
The town hall. It was built in 1802, and it's one of the few buildings in the country that was church and government in the same building. Upstairs was the church, the downstairs was the town government. And it remained that way until up to around 1953. The Baptist church would only use it on occasion, but downstairs government was continuous. Then one Sunday, the town decided to put on a minstrel show. And everybody in town went. I was there. Well, the Baptist deacons didn't like that. That's on a Sunday. That's sacrilegious. So they made a big stink about it. And the town said, well, do you want to sell the building? And they said, we will. So the town bought it for $2,500. And they ran it as a town office until 62, 63.
So here we are in the Wales Town Hall. And cool thing right now, there's not really a lot of electricity in here. It's kind of dark as you can see. Anthony, I'm going to have to kill the light for a second so you can see kind of what we're working in. We get a little glare from like the exit signs and stuff. For the most part, we're in the total dark. So we're going to take a quick little walk through here. We're going to go up these stairs. So this is the main lobby down here. Come up into this room. It's kind of used for storage right now for all the old antiques. This is the main theater area. You see all the pews and the stage. Up top, there's like a little elevated platform, and then further past that, there's actually an attic crawl space. So when we were here before, this whole floor was open. They made separate areas now for the TV theaters here, which we're going to stay out of. But you can see all the antiques here. There's a spinning wheel. One other spot we're going to show you. We didn't do too much last time we were here. Let's lift it. Yeah. That's the dungeon. I have a flashlight. You don't need it. Watch your step. The first area is the crawl space here. As you can see, it's pretty low. It goes back quite a ways too, if I remember correctly.
Watch your step. Think so? Yep.
So, here's the crawl space. Oh, this is the...
Oh, ready on?
What is that? Go for it. Yeah, that's the crawl space we got stuck in. You can see how small it is.
So we're not even setting up yet. We're still unloading the vehicle. And I walked through, and this just got ripped off of me. I could have gotten caught, but I don't see anything really would pull it out. Right? So I had it pretty secure. I'm pretty sure if we play back video, you'll see it was like, you gotta like whack the out of it. Whack the out of it. You gotta really whack it good, and like. There's no way. I got up here, but there's no way that's getting up there. Like, I was here.
Yeah, how to get ripped off from this?
And it was right here, just went. Nice. It's kind of cool. Paranormal, don't know. We'll find out.
Well, gear is dispersed.
Yeah.
We are ready to go. We're going to split up into two teams. We're going to hit the small buildings first.
Yeah.
Tim, you're going
I'm
to
heading to the crypt, my old stomping ground. Had a great experience there before. I'm hoping to get something better this time.
Yep. I'm going to be hitting the Hearse house.
There's also.
We'll be there for a little while, then we'll switch,
Yeah.
and then we're going to right back into this building.
Yeah.
I mean, come back into this building.
Sounds good.
Let's go lights out.
Let's go. All right. There we go. Go on in.
Here goes nothing.
Shut this.
Oh man.
All right. Once again, we're back at the number 3 cemetery vault. This is where they actually store the bodies when off season, when it's in the winter time. Before they're going to bury the bodies, they bring them here because we can't dig up the ground, obviously, when it's ice. So we're going to do a couple of EVP sessions and do another flashlight experiment, see if there's anything here that wants to communicate with us.
Previously, Tim was able to communicate with a spirit using a flashlight.
Set here. Can you turn it off? feel free to shut it off.
Go ahead. You're making it flicker.
A little harder. There you go.
You do it again?
Thank you. Are you a male or a female? If you're a male, can you shut it off now? Thank you. If there's anybody here that wants to communicate, there's a flashlight on there. If you're here, can you make that flashlight light up? Can you tell me your name?
Tim and Anthony try to communicate for over an hour, but get no interactions.
Last chance to communicate with us. We're not going to be here long. Is there any messages that you wanted to tell anybody that's still alive? Maybe that were your relative?
Must have been quite a few of you transported in this. Perhaps you could tell us a name or two? Tell us how you died? Is the driver here? We don't mean you any harm, we're just here to find out about you. Tell your story a little maybe. So last time we were here, this coffin was not inside it. I don't know if we can see. I'm just getting my own reflection, I think. Step behind me, son. Cramped spaces, huh? Yeah, let's get the door open. We'll get your light in there so I can. Some flowers on top of the casket. Some flowers on top of the casket. Some flowers on top of the casket. If there's anybody in here, my name is Ben. I'm just here to ask some questions. Can you tell us your name? Did you ride in this hearse? Did you drive this hearse? After the Hearse house, we decided to meet up with Tim and Anthony at the crypt. I can't hear them at all. Either this door is super thick or they're dead. We are unaware that they are actually in the cemetery looking for the shadow figures that many have claimed to see.
This cemetery is actually well known for shadow figures and stuff like that. So we're going to do a little bit of investigating in here. Is there anybody in here who would like to communicate with us? We don't mean any disrespect or any harm. We're just trying to get you on recorder. If you have anything to say, please come up to this device and say. Let's go check and see what that is.
They're in here.
Oh, Sarah A. Shaw. (1831). 1905 she passed away. She was born in 1831. Sarah Shaw, if you're still here with us, there's an orange light right here that you can come up and talk into. There's a device that I have right here that if you touch the antenna, it'll come across the antenna. It will rise the numbers on here. We can know that you're here.
Once again, it seems the spirits do not want to communicate. Nothing makes me feel like a pro more than unlocking a crypt. I feel like Link. I just unlocked the dungeon. Master key. Da-da-da-da! But apparently I lack the muscles required to get in here. Okay, so we're gonna let Brandon take over for a second here. I'm gonna do a little camera work. I loosened it. There you go, buddy.
Yep. Alright.
Oh man.
Now it's Oxy Middle. Now it's Oxy Middle. Now it's Oxy Middle.
Can you tell me your name? There's a device with plates on it on the floor. You can speak to that, it won't hurt you. Can you tell me your name? There's a device with plates on it on the floor. You can speak to that, it won't hurt you. Can you tell me your name? There's a device with plates on it on the floor. You can speak to that, it won't hurt you. That comes
specifically talking to me. Specifically talking to me. Specifically talking to me.
Oh yeah, and I'm trying to remember how this goes. So let's recreate something here so we can get that energy going again.
Alright.
So you stay there, and you get me, film me, be like, we're ready to investigate. We're so excited because we don't do a lot of investigation because this is 5 years ago. We want to introduce our junior investigator, new to the team, is Tim.
Hey, how are you?
Here's our newest junior member.
Hello. How you doing?
Imagine if he was still like that. And then we have this nice little scene of you with hair. Tim finally got some hair. All right, gentlemen.
All right.
Here feels a little different. That's the camera, I gotta go on full spectrum.
Careful, Brandon.
During our original visit, we were able to capture some compelling evidence in the main room. Here's the original footage.
Was this a church?
You hear that?
What is that?
Turn that up. What was that? Yeah, but who's on it?
Not me.
Listen, you.
Talk to it.
Wait.
I can hear you.
Why is it only on yours and not mine?
A strange orb can be seen dancing around in the background. Then as it disappears, a woman's voice comes through a walkie-talkie. What makes this even more interesting is that there are 5 team members in this room, and each one has a walkie-talkie, yet only one of them picks up this woman's voice.
You hear that?
What is that?
Turn that up. What was that? Yeah, but who's on it?
Not me.
Listen, you.
Talk to it.
Wait.
I can hear you.
Why is it only on yours and not mine?
If you've been here a while, you might remember us from about 5 years ago. We came here and talked to you for a while. Do you remember that?
Is the little girl who came through on the walkie-talkie here?
It just said Ben. Yeah, I'm Ben. It said it again. Or Tim. It said Tim. Ben and Tim. Correct. What's your name?
Can you tell us your name?
Can you come through a little clearer?
How many of you are here?
Watch where the light comes through the window, the first one on the left. I keep seeing a shadow coming through there. Was that your shadow? I also have this device. You can talk into that. Tim also has a few devices that light up.
You can go up to this device and make the numbers change in here just by passing by this antenna on top of here. I have another device over here that you can come in, you can change
Whoa. Shh. You hear that, Bay? Tim, what did you move the foot? No. That was right over here. Did you hear that?
I did not, but I did not move my foot either. I was standing
There's
still.
an antenna on top of here. I have another device over here that you can come in, you can change
Whoa.
We hear a bang from behind us. There is no one in that area, nor is there anything that can make that noise.
Right over here. Did you hear that?
I did not, but I did not move my foot either. I was standing
There's
still.
an antenna on top of here. I have another device over here.
What makes this even more compelling is that when the noise happens, Tim's millimeter has a small spike, showing that some kind of electromagnetic energy has appeared.
I did not, but I did not move my foot either. I was standing
There's
still.
an antenna on top of here. I have another device over here that you can come in, you can change
Whoa. Shh. You hear that, Bay? Tim, what did you move the foot? No. That was right over here. Did you hear that?
I did not, but I did not move my foot either. I was standing still.
I can't even do it. Like I don't have boots on. Feels like that. Was that you? Tell you what, I'm gonna let this run here. You wanna have a seat?
I'm feeling cold air coming like pretty intensely. I feel like from my right,
A little bit of a breeze, right?
from my right hand side. Yeah.
And the thing is, these windows are all like sealed with caulking, so you can. That's right. I
Right,
said
right,
caulking.
right here.
Whoa! There's a f***ing hole there.
Whoa.
Do you feel that right here? Come here. Do you see where my hand is?
Yeah.
Do you feel that right there? I'm feeling like major cold air all around me right now, and I was sweating. I'm sweating up a storm right before that too.
Here now.
Why'd you sit up by one of these church pews? Sit down and... talk to us. Did you like the renovations they've done to this building? Were you upset about the renovations that were done? Can you make a noise in here to let us know you're here?
Can you knock on something?
Getting the chills again. Getting cold.
Yeah, it's like a huge bubble of cold over here.
Like right around me. It went away for a minute, but it came back.
Do you like bandanas? Is that what it is?
Oh, we feel you now. My cameraman feels you. Why don't you
Right.
touch him?
No, I literally like felt something was right here. Like I swear, like it was like I don't want to say like a cold pocket. I don't know. Like do you know what I mean?
It was like a massive cold.
Like it was like a solid cold. I don't know how. It wasn't like it was warm around it, but then there was like a spot like right here. It just did it again. There was like a spike.
Do you have the millimeter with the thermometer on it? The working thermometer? No, it's
This one has the working thermometer.
no. You get the millimeter. The bigger one. Yeah,
EMF. EMF. Yep.
So let's get some temperature readings. What is going on with this? Yo. Get that, it's draining. Brand new batteries.
The brand new battery of the millimeter drains completely when it's turned on. It is believed that spirits will drain batteries to give themselves power to manifest or even manipulate their surroundings. Tim and Anthony decide to move behind the stage while Brandon and I stay in the pews.
Are you behind the stage? If you're behind the stage, can you make a noise?
You guys are boring me. Let's go. Make a noise.
Come on, I know. I always thought that ghosts are supposed to go bump in the night, not just sleep at night.
None of these devices are picking up anything. Huh? What happened? It was just like the millimeter. Yeah. The new battery died.
The battery on Anthony's camera dies. Each camera is equipped with a long life battery that holds a charge of at least 8 hours. He was at 75% when it totally drains, rendering his camera useless until the battery is replaced.
You know, when you're assigned in the FQ basements, sometimes you gotta strap on the finest protective gear.
It depends.
Yes, it's a diaper. We're gonna sumo wrestle all the ghosts.
Kind of like a maxi pad, actually.
Yeah. Well, we're also wearing the mask for protection. There's a lot of dust and spores down here. Most of us are asthmatic.
Yes, I'm getting on this.
Really? Let's go on that one.
So, are you taking the camera?
You don't want to go in the Crawlspace?
Hell no, I do not.
Alright,
Between being claustrophobic and not being in fear of getting stuck.
yeah.
That's why you have the suit.
This hatch to the basement was the site of an unexplained occurrence for us 5 years ago. Here is the original footage.
So I was wearing a hematite rig. What hematite is said to do is it absorbs negative energy, and when it's full, they break apart. Tim was in the crawl space getting hits of 3.1 on the EMF detector. Temperature drops, and my ring just exploded off my finger. There's a piece of it there, right down, and you can see the camera. Right down in this crawl space, which, as you can see, goes pretty far and bangs to the left and goes real.
So we are going into the crawl space, or one of them. Yeah. And this is where last time we were here, we Let me turn this other one on.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll wait out here.
Yeah, you guys can go putz around if you want. Don't conjure anything bad. Is that a hole there? So last time that Tim and I were down here, the police actually showed up because we forgot to call them.
Yeah.
And we were stuck way back in the corner here, which I don't remember the big ditch.
Yeah, they dug it out. They dug it out. You can go down the big ditch. Actually, look, I should be able to stand up over here now.
Have we been up top? Is there anything up there?
Huh?
Up there? Is that them?
I don't know.
You heard that?
Yeah.
Loud thud?
So we were down in the crawlspace. We can actually stand up in part of it, but Tim is smelling skunk. So we are on the lookout for vermin. We already found that dead woodchuck.
Is there anyone down here that would like to communicate with us?
You're down there, I keep seeing a light. Watch down there, something lights up. See it?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe it's could be a,
Can you tell us your name?
Is there anybody down here? I don't know if I can be down here, dude.
Yeah.
And the suit is like a sauna.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it is. Can you tell us your name? How many of you are here? Is there anybody who wants to communicate with us?
As Anthony and Brandon explore the upper levels, Brandon suddenly feels sick. His chest becoming tight and he struggles to breathe. He rushes outside to get some fresh air and compose himself.
You alright? Is it? Was it like that upstairs or just down here?
It wasn't this bad.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't catch my breath.
Still tight.
Alright. I guess not getting any better, so I guess I'll just go back in.
Here's a
Come on, you gotta say something. Is there a male spirit down here?
What was that? The flashlight just went on. Did you see that? It scared the crap out of me.
What the hell was that?
That was the flashlight.
It just went on?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hold that.
Alright.
While we were in the crawl space, the flashlight we used to prop up the camera flashes quickly. This is a low light flashlight with a click button on the bottom. There is no reason it should have flashed on its own.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hold that.
Alright. Is there a male spirit down here? What was that?
The flashlight just went on. Did you see that? It scared the crap out of me.
What the hell was that?
That was the flashlight.
It just went on?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hold that.
Alright.
When slowed down, you could see the flashlight illuminate the bottom portion of my bodysuit.
Did you just turn the flashlight on?
Oh, I don't even think it's on.
Can you make the flashlight go off?
Yeah, it got zoomed in too. I wonder if it zoomed in when I was up there or when I grabbed it. Let me, I don't want to stop that just in case.
Come on, we're not going to stay down here long. If you want to communicate, you need to do it now. Come on, speak into this device I got in my hand. Tell me your name. Do you know our names? Well, not much down here.
Head back up.
I'm going to play it while we go up.
That?
Yeah.
You can shut that off.
Our cameras catch these two disembodied voices.
Do you know our names? Well, not much down here.
Head back up.
I'm going to play it while we go up.
That?
Yeah.
You can shut that off.
Do you know our names? Well, not much down here.
Head back up.
I'm going to play it while we go up.
That?
Yeah.
You can shut that off.
Returning to the town of Wales has paid off. We were able to reconnect with spirits we once spoke to, and heard from a few others as well. We hope these spirits are not trapped here, but are just visiting the town that they know so well. This small New England town may have been their home in life, being full of good memories and cheer. We hope it gives them as much enjoyment in death as it did in life.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching. If you like what you just saw, make sure you hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, and hit that like.